Welcome to the Get Busy Pod, number one podcast for hustlers. What's going on, guys? It's your host, Get Busy Rue. Welcome to the Get Busy Pod, number one podcast for hustlers. I'm with my co-host,
Eddie.
And then we wanted to bring on one of the biggest entrepreneurs within the community. Pleasure to have you here, bro. Wanted to give you your flowers. Been going crazy.
I appreciate you, bro.
And I definitely wanted to get you on here. You can feel free to introduce yourself.
Say no more, but yeah, I appreciate you guys for having me here, bro. You and Eddie. But my name is Junior Reyes, and I am the owner of the number one car rental business out here in Massachusetts. And basically, we specialize in getting the everyday person into a vehicle, whether they don't have the cash to go and buy a vehicle outright, or that their credit isn't up to par to go and finance a vehicle. But we basically kind of specialize in just getting the Uber and Lyft drivers in the cars so we can get a long-term.
Tough.
Facts.
So you heard him, man. He said he ain't say number two. He ain't say number three. He said the number one car rental business out here, man. I love the confidence. So how did you get into the car rental industry? Like, what made you, get into that?
Honestly, bro, I've been trying to get into it for, 4 years, but I just never took the initiative to do it. Me and my brother, we always kind of, talked about it.
Yeah.
But we never, took that step. But I remember 2022, my brother was like, yo, let's just post our cars. I'm like, nah. You know what I mean? Not yet. But then he posted his. So then when I saw that he had some success, I'm like, let's get it. I'm going to post mine. Same day you're booking. And then after that, it's just been going crazy. I ended up buying my second car, third car.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So it just kept going like that.
What car did you start with? What was his first car, and what was your first car?
My first car was a 2017. It was my own personal car too.
Okay.
So it was a 2017 Honda Accord. I didn't want to rent it because I'm like, damn, I'm gonna stay without a car, this and that. But I'm like, I'm gonna thug it out just to make the business work. But he started with a 2013 Panamera.
Nice.
Yeah, he was making cake too. He was making 200 a day.
Yeah, on Toro?
Yeah, on Turo.
That's
crazy.
What's crazy is when I was doing car rentals a little bit, that's exactly how I started. I was in college, my senior year in Connecticut. I was doing network marketing, so I was traveling a lot, going to different events. And so my car was just sitting, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm like, yo, I need to find a way to make money off this. So I started hearing about Toro too. Started seeing Pushman Mitch, and we'll probably get into that. And then I just put my car on the same day it got booked.
I'm saying,
same day, I had shitty pictures. I didn't really have a description. Same day,
right?
got booked. Crazy.
How much you was charging for that day?
I was charging. I had a Nissan Maxima, so it was clean, everything fully loaded. I was charging 60 a day. It wasn't nothing crazy, but it was
getting booked out,
getting
right?
booked.
Yeah, that's crazy because just like Eddie, when we was in college, we was just doing anything to try to make money. So
Anything.
When the campus was right there to school, so we was like, yo, let me list mine too. Honda CRV, people will come pick it up. I'll be in football practice. We'll be chilling on campus, and you feel me? They would take me home, or we'd find a way home. But I didn't really need my car like that when I was in college, so we was making money off of that too. But you said you started with, what was it, a Honda?
Yeah, 2017 Honda Accord.
So would you say sometimes it could be possible to start with your personal car?
No, for sure. I always recommend that. Every single time I recommend it. Let's say you have credit or you don't have credit at all. I always recommend if you have a car, start with that so you can get a feel of the business. Because let's say you go and finance a vehicle and you don't like the business, then what? Now you're stuck with that finance car for a long amount of time. You know what I mean? So start with yours. If you don't like it, just keep it for yourself. But I always recommend that for sure.
Today's episode is sponsored by Creative Designs MA. This company pretty much allowed us to quick start our success here with our podcast. They actually made this sign right above my head within a 2 to 3 day turnaround. So we want to give a big shout out to them. If you're looking to bring your brand to life, whether that's with printing, whether that's with signs, whether that's with wrapping, whatever you need, they're able to pretty much do it for you within a quick turnaround. We appreciate all the fabulous work they've done for us. And if you're looking to bring your brand to life, whether you have a store, whether you have an office space, whatever it is that you need, Creative Designs MA is the way to go. Thank you. And now let's talk a little bit more about Turo, or car rentals in general. Is this something that you've just learned as you go, or did you find someone that already had success and follow what they were doing? How did you become successful within the business? What were you doing? What are the key points?
Yeah, so honestly, at first I started by myself, but then I kept bumping my head and I kept making mistakes. I did this, I did that, and then I tried to get funding because I made my LLC, but I made it my own way. I made it a high-risk business, which was car rentals. I didn't really know much, so when I went to get funding, I didn't even press the button to submit, and they already denied me. So it was like, it's
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So, and then I ended up getting a mentor. Like maybe like a year after, I'm like, I can't do this by myself. Like I could, but it's gonna take me way too long. You know what I mean? I want to get there a little bit faster. So I just found somebody that was coming where I came from, and just paid them some money.
Yo, let me ask you, what was some of those mistakes that you made your first year before you got a mentor?
Man, so I rented out my car with no GPS tracking.
Oh my God.
bro! I'm telling you, yo,
I already
it
know,
had
bro.
me stressing, bro. So that was one. The two was like the insurance part of the cars. I was just stressing about that. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to function with it. So I was just kind of giving myself a headache. And like I said, the LLC, that was the big turning point. I'm like, nah. Like I tried to get funding because I had like somewhat good credit when I had my first car. But then when I got my second car, that's when my credit went like real down for real. Because I already had late payments, like I said. But,
Yeah.
But the way because I remember I got credit repair from you because my credit was horrible. So when I tell people, like, you don't need credit to start. You don't need credit. So, like, if you have a personal car, post that. But if you don't have credit, just go broker cars. Like, I have a business. He had a business before. He had cars also. So just ask them for a broker price and just start renting other people's cars until you can get your money up for real.
So you mentioned brokering vehicles, right? There's some types. There's people watching this that might not know what that means. What do you mean by brokering a vehicle? How does that work?
So basically, just to give it in a quick nutshell, so basically, let's say Eddie has his own business, and let's say I don't have any cars at all. So what I like to do is I go and rent a car from them, right? I go and rent a car from them. I bring them back the car the next day. I bring it super clean, and then I kind of tell them, like, hey, look, I can get you clients for this vehicle. What can you do as a broker price or a wholesale rate, right? And if they say, let's say they don't want to do that, just ask them for their regular price of the vehicle and just put your price on top. So whatever it is, you go send them a customer, you take the money that you put on top and just keep stashing and doing the same thing, just rinse and repeat.
That's dope.
It's fire.
So you're like an affiliate, pretty much.
Kind of. So like the good thing about it is that a lot of people don't understand is you don't need vehicles to start, but when you're renting out other people's vehicles, it's way better because you don't have to worry about maintenance. You don't have to worry about any of the liability.
And you can scale quicker too.
Exactly. So you could just give them clients, go to the next company, give them clients, and just keep going.
And before you got here, I was telling Eddie the same thing. So most people, they try to start their own business. Some of the times you don't even need to start your own business. You can find someone that's successful in theirs. You can go ahead, you can tell them, hey, listen, I can bring you more clients. What percentage can you pay me? And you can start making money off of an already successful business.
Exactly. And then you get to learn the business so you don't have to, you know what I mean? Start fresh like that.
Yeah. So how many cars do you have now? And are they mostly all brokers or are they vehicles that you own? How do you do it?
So basically, just to give it in a nutshell, so brokering vehicles, I have about 60. I have about 60 brokering cars. Like I have people in 8 different states. So I have cars in Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Atlanta, etc. So I just have people from over there. I run ads in those cities, and I get those cars booked out. You know what I mean? So I don't. If my cars are all booked out, I'm still making money with other people's cars. You feel me?
Good game. Good sauce. Good
That's a fact.
sauce.
So anybody, like, if you're in the car rental space, and let's say you have 5 cars, and you see yourself kind of stuck because you can't scale properly, find other people that have a business. Go rent out their cars, and you're gonna be able to go up like that.
And what would you say is your most popular state right now that you're renting cars in?
Honestly, bro, Florida.
Florida. You have cars in like obviously have to have cars in Miami.
So I have a whole bunch of exotic cars in Miami. I have cars in Orlando. Tampa. But I actually have more cars in Tampa than Orlando. I only have one company in Orlando.
How is it in Tampa?
It's good, bro.
Good.
A lot of people pay a lot of money, bro. I have a homie right now. He's charging this homie, I believe, for a 2014 Nissan Sentra, bro. He's charging him $100 a day.
$100 a
And
day.
he's paying him daily. Like every single
Daily?
day, he just sends him a cash app. But that's like in Tampa because you know what I mean. Like over there, like some people don't be having licenses, and some people like to take that risk. I don't really like to.
Yeah.
But some people will take that risk, you know what I mean, and just rent it out like that. But I wouldn't recommend that though. So I want people to get an idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So you said Florida is your hottest state right now. So like, how did you go about building that relationship with those people in different states? Like, did you reach out to them?
Yeah.
Were you liking their posts? How were you doing it?
Just networking, bro. So like I found them on social media, and I like to come with value every single time. So like let's say I've been looking at their fleet. So like let's say I've been trying to get in business with them. I'll look at their fleet. I'll see what they got, and I've been looking at their stories. So obviously they'll post this is available, this is not. So I'll just try to get them a customer. So I don't just hit them up and just bluff and what's your wholesale rate? Some people won't reply to that. You know what I mean? You're
That's
like,
a fact.
some people won't, but if I tell you, yo, what's your wholesale rate? I have a client for you right now, ready with money. It's like, what are you gonna really say? You can't tell me no.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah, you got to bring that value. That's one thing I've learned. You can't come to a table empty-handed.
Never.
You always gotta come with something. You gotta hit them a little different. They're used to the same messages over and over again. Yo, what are your wholesale rates? Don't bring no clients.
That's it.
You know, you
wasting time.
gotta bring someone, or you gotta come different. I actually wanted to pass you this little gift we got you, bro.
Word?
Yeah, yo, 40, pass me that real quick.
Got you a little gift, bro.
I
I wanted you to
appreciate,
check that out real quick,
I
bro.
appreciate y'all,
Right
bro.
now. Like we said, we see you doing good things, bro.
Appreciate you,
It's
bro.
not like a crazy gift, but it's something that we just
Man.
got you, bro.
It means a lot, bro. I'm not gonna lie
Yeah,
to you, bro.
yeah.
You know what's so crazy, bro, that you got me this?
What's
That's
up?
so crazy that you got me this, bro. Because I was just telling my homie about this.
Yeah.
Grab this for this. I was just telling my homie because I'm trying to get a Urus. I just drove a Urus from Florida to Atlanta. So I just drove it too, and I'm like, yo, I need this car.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to my homie. I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna get one of those little cars. I'm gonna
That's
just put it on my
crazy.
wall. And I'm gonna kind of like have it on something like this. You know what I mean?
Tough.
Damn, I appreciate y'all, boys. That's crazy. Y'all read my
Now
mind.
you got
for
it, boy.
Yo, how was it driving that yours?
real. Oh,
How was
man.
it driving it from what, Miami to Atlanta?
Bro, it felt like I was driving to New York. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
felt just like that. Didn't even feel long, bro. You know what I mean? Because like when I drove, I was coming from Fort Lauderdale. So and then I stopped at Ocala, which is like in the borderline of Georgia and Florida. My uncle lives there, so I kind of freshened up, took a little shower. Then it was
Tough.
like another 5 hours over there after driving from Fort Lauderdale to Ocala. But the drive was smooth, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that car just feels like a cloud for real, bro.
What were you going over there for? Was it for business?
Yeah, so I was getting a Lamborghini. It was getting wrapped out there that we rent out over there in Atlanta. So we were just getting it wrapped a different color and then just bringing it back to just make some money.
Dope. So talk to me a little bit more about, you know, the mentorship that you paid for. Obviously there's people out there that want to start something. The best way to always go is to find someone that has a success. What did it come with? Like, did you feel like it was worth your money? Was it valuable?
Oh man, it was definitely worth. It was, to be completely honest with you guys, to be transparent, it was 20,000. But how I started was I had paid him 5,000 for 3 months mentorship, but then I'm like, I know I could turn up even more if he's teaching me more like exclusive game. So I ended up just going to a mastermind with him. He gave me a good deal on the Black Club, whatever it's called, and then so that was 20K. I paid him the 20K and I just basically learned business, how to like buy and sell businesses, SBA loans, credit repair, grants, just everything in business, like in general, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like really a really good investment. So now I see myself that I can start any single business and I'm gonna be successful at it just of the things that I've learned.
Love to hear that, bro. And like I said, you've been going crazy on social media.
Appreciate
Like,
you, bro.
where'd you learn about that? Like, what are your methods? Like, how do you go about it?
Yeah, so basically my mentor, so he was kind of just giving me game. I wasn't posting on social media at all. You remember that
Yeah,
too.
I remember.
I wasn't posting anything. I was just posting whatever on social media. I wasn't really monetizing it like that. But then I realized, I'm like, yo, there's like a lot of money to be made online. People are really slacking on it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start posting content. At first, it was hard for me.
Yeah.
At first, it was super hard. I couldn't even get comfortable in front of the camera. Like, I had to retake the video like 1,000 times when I liked it. But then after like a little bit, just kept recording myself, just doing the repetitions, got
Yep.
better at making content.
Yep. Now, is there a content schedule that you follow? For example, I know for me, you know, Tuesdays is a testimonial day. You know, on Friday, I follow up with clients because that's when they get paid. Is there a certain schedule that you follow? Because I see you guys do it a lot. You guys will do something where it's like a throwback post. And for me, it would be like a throwback Thursday. So I would show where I used to be in comparison to where I am now. And I see you guys do it a lot. So it's like, is there like a schedule you're following?
So not really. I'm just trying to post as much as possible. So I
Okay.
try to do every day. I try to, but then you know with
Yeah.
that, yeah, you know how that be posting every day. Like sometimes I'll miss a day, but I try to be as consistent as possible. So, like I don't really have like a set schedule. It's just whatever comes to my head that day, or like I'll have a content day. So I'll just do a whole bunch of content that same day. Kind of change clothes a couple times and
Yeah.
just run it like that for real.
What
Yeah.
what platforms are you on the most?
Instagram, I'm on everywhere, bro.
Everywhere?
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. So Reyes, the CEO, that's the @ name. So I'm like basically everywhere.
Fire. Y'all make sure y'all go follow my guy,
Nah,
man.
for real.
Yeah. And you have digital products. Me and Eddie, we have digital products. What's the importance behind having digital products? Do you feel every entrepreneur that's selling should have digital products?
Yeah, everybody should have a digital product, even if you're not charging for it, just to capture leads at least. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, these digital products that we do, some of them are high ticket, but most of these ones are low ticket items. You know what I mean? Like ebooks and stuff like that, just to capture those leads, to be able to nurture them and actually follow up with them to sell them something a little bit higher. Because what I always say is a customer that has already bought with you is more
Likely to buy more.
again.
Facts.
You feel me? So it's like, why not just create something low ticket, sell it to a lot of people, or even free? I've given my ebooks for free all the
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? And just to get the email, the name, and the phone number, I give it for free for real.
Yeah. So what digital products do you have right now?
So right now I have an ebook on the auto insurance game, basically for anybody getting into the car rental space, just how insurance works, commercial and personal. I have the 4 strategies on how to get into the car rental space. Let's say even if you don't have any money or credit, you can be able to do that with that ebook as well. And right now I have a school community that I just launched, which is going to have my course in there for free and all those ebooks in there for free. Yeah, so you guys can just find me on Instagram or Facebook or any of these platforms at Reyes the CEO. DM me that word school, SKOOL, and then you're going to get that link over for that.
Yep. And obviously having a car rental business, accidents do come with it.
Oh, man.
How
We
do you
just talked about that, too.
how do you deal with that? Is there like a certain like obviously there's an insurance play out here you guys talk about?
Yeah, for sure.
Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah. So basically, just to give you guys some sauce, I don't really be telling nobody this, too, I'm not gonna lie. But since I'm here, I'm gonna run it to you guys. So it just all depends, right? Because if you only have 1 or 3 cars, I always just suggest just going the personal route. I never suggest going like something like GMI. It just doesn't make any sense. Or like business fleet insurance. I wouldn't recommend it because you have to put a large down payment. So if you have like 1 or 3 cars, just go personal route. You can do it like that. Let's say somebody does get into an accident though. You have to tell that client to not say you're in a rental vehicle. You have to say that you're just using that vehicle. If they even ask you, you know what I mean? Because they don't even ask sometimes. Some people just like to talk too much and they say too much information. So I just always tell them like just don't even say anything that they're renting the vehicle. But if they ask you who's the car, just say that I let you use the car. Then boom, I wait for that police report. Then I file the claim. Always get the police report before you file that claim because you never know what actually happened. You can't trust their word for it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, get that, then you file the claim. And then when you talk to the people, they're going to ask you, like, who is this person to you? Because they try to lie to you and say you need to add them as an additional driver to your insurance or you won't get paid. But that's not true. Something called permissible driver, which is basically you giving them permission to use that car and they will pay you out. They've done it to me multiple times, so you can believe my word for real.
It's good sauce right there, man.
That's a fact.
If you're looking to rent cars, man, you got a
Tap in, for
knowledgeable
real.
guy right here. You got a
Tap in.
knowledgeable guy right here.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so you giving a lot of game, bro. Like I said, car accidents happen. So talk to me about like if someone were to like try to take the car. Like have you ever ran into that?
Oh, bro, like, to be honest, bro, the first time I ever rented a car, private, because I was doing Turo at first.
Yeah.
So let me kind of tell you guys my story. So I was...
Explain the difference between Turo and private too, because some people.
Oh, it's
don't
like,
know.
it's a crazy difference. So, like, Turo is good for people that are not wanting to take that risk with insurance because I see a lot of people, they're a little bit scary about insurance and they don't really, like, they don't do their due diligence. They search up what they got to search up or find out what they got to find out. So they're a little bit scary. So for those type of people, I always suggest Turo just to kind of get to know the business, how insurance works a little bit, how to rent out the cars and stuff like that. But Turo is just basically, they're going to take like a percentage of what you make and they're charging the client more. So you're posting your car for 60, they'll charge more for that day and they'll make more money than you are even making. So it just doesn't make any sense, right? But Turo is also good just for, like I said, if you're starting. But when you're starting to turn private, it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? Because now you got to capture those leads. You got to do every single thing that Turo is doing for you. You have to do it yourself. But obviously, there's more profit that comes in it.
Yeah.
You know
And you
what I
take
mean?
on more of the risk too, right?
Yeah, you take
'Cause
on more of the
I know
risk.
Toro has like their own insurance in
Yeah,
a way,
insurance and stuff.
but they also have tons of rules with their insurance, and they change. I know they change their policies almost
Every single time, bro. They
like
change it.
every 3 months they're changing their policy. I know for a fact.
Exactly. So you're taking a little bit more of the risk, but like I said, like the reward is better than the risk. So it's like go private. I always recommend private. I always do. But some people aren't willing to take that risk, like I said. So just start on Turo and then just get to know the game a little bit.
Yep. So you have a lot of rentals. Obviously they're getting booked out a lot as well. Do you have like almost like a CRM or like are you capturing your clients' information somehow, some way?
Yeah.
How do you go about that?
Yeah. So what I tell my students, because I also have a mentorship going on. So what I always tell my students is always create a wait list. So a wait list looks like first name, email, and phone number. Even if you don't have the clients booked, I mean, even if you already have all the cars booked, always create a wait list because you never know when the car is coming back. And you can just hit up one of those leads that's already a hot lead. It's not a cold lead at all. I mean, they already have inquired with you. So it's like they're waiting to spend money with you. You know what I mean? So I capture all my leads through Go High Level.
Go high level.
Go High Level is that It's
Fire.
him, for real.
Good site.
Yeah, it's definitely good for capturing leads because so what it does is basically when somebody hits me up on my Instagram or the phone number that I have made from Go High Level, let's say somebody sends me their name, email, phone number, it captures it automatically.
Nice. That's what you need right there.
You know what I mean? Or just I have my virtual assistant just take care of it, but that's how that works for real.
Word. Yeah, there was a time, bro. Me and Eddie was in Miami. We was out there for like with Jay. With Jay. We was out there for a long time, right? How many months was we out there?
I know I was there from like end of February to like April.
Nah, y'all
So
boys
like
tripping.
like a month and a half.
We was out there for a minute.
Yeah, a month and a half, 2 months.
We actually were messing with car rentals for a little bit. We had a scat pack. Was it 2 scat packs or
Yeah,
one?
2 scat
Oh,
packs.
We
man,
had
a
2
scat
scat
pack?
packs. Yo, bro. And it was getting booked. It was getting booked
Oh no,
like
those
crazy.
cars get booked like crazy for real.
But I guess the person that we were brokering it from,
Mhm.
he forgot to put the tracker?
Tracker,
He
yeah.
forgot to put a
Oh
tracker
my
on there,
God,
bro.
bro.
So
One of the two, actually, both of the scats got stolen.
both of them, yo, bro, we
One-
had them.
One
Yo.
got stolen. One
No
got stolen
way.
quick. One got stolen like
What?
after like the first booking. But I don't
Get
think it
outta
got
here.
stolen. It didn't get stolen from a rental. It got stolen like from like a regular pedestrian on the
For
street.
real? Like it was
Yeah.
just parked and somebody just took
Yeah.
it?
It was in the parking lot, though.
Yeah, it was
no?
in the parking
It was
lot.
at the top. We used to park. We used to drive it up to the top floor of a building.
Yeah, of an apartment building.
Of an apartment building to the top floor and leave it parked there.
So they was watching y'all boys for
They
real.
had to be
Probably.
watching us.
And then I think the blue one, the second one, got stolen off of rental.
Yeah. No GPS on them?
Nah.
And the reason we was renting it out the way it was is because we thought it had the tracker.
The tracker
Mhm.
and the
But
kill
after they
switch?
got stolen, he was like, "Nah, to be honest, I actually didn't put the tracker in a vehicle."
Nah, he's wilding.
It was crazy, bro.
He's wilding for that.
It was
Especially
real
the
crazy.
scat pack, bro. They be taking them cars like crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. I heard about that out there in Miami. They
In
take a lot
Atlanta,
of
too.
scats.
And Atlanta is horrible, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. They breaking windows and
Oh
everything,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
They going crazy out there, especially with them SRTs, bro. Them Hellcats.
They breaking into any cars.
Yeah, bro. But just them in specific, I don't know. They're super easy to steal, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're super easy to steal. That's why they need to make it a little bit better for real.
So you looked into Airbnb.
Yeah, I looked into
You
it.
have done your research in there. I know you sent me some properties and stuff like that you were
Yeah.
looking into. We spoke about it. So I have experience with Airbnb and Turo. You've looked into Airbnb. You've seen us do it. You have experience with Turo. I wanted to ask you guys, what do you feel is the better space, Airbnb or Turo? Like, I want you to give me like the 100%
Okay,
truth.
wait. Turo or
Oh, car rental,
rentals?
car rental. My
Car
fault, bro. I
rentals
keep
are
forgetting.
like renting out houses.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a hard question, bro. It all depends what kind of property you got though.
Regular 2-bedroom.
They just like a regular 2-bedroom.
A 2-bedroom.
But where
versus
though?
2-bedroom in Miami versus a luxury car in Miami.
Luxury cars.
Yep. You see,
Luxury
that's
cars.
that's exactly what I was saying. I was saying, bro, I'll go car rental route any day
Every
over
single time.
over
man.
Airbnb.
Every single time, bro.
But like, accidents, they're not headaches to y'all. Like,
They're headaches, bro. But then it's like, all right. So like, let's say with the exotics, I can go do video shoots, photo shoots, weddings, proms, chauffeur, rent it out daily, monthly leases, yearly leases. With the cribs, I can kind of do the same. I could do events, but it depends where the crib is.
yeah.
You know what's the breaking point is I feel like with cars it's way easier to get access to a car and make money with it than it is a house.
It is.
Like it's way easier to talk to somebody and broker their car versus
Like a
getting
crib.
getting people in their house.
Yeah.
And then if you're getting the cars and houses yourself, you know what I'm saying? Getting a house, even if you're doing rental arbitrage, right? And you're renting the house out and then putting it on Airbnb or renting it out to customers, it's still way easier to get a car versus a home, bro.
Yeah.
Because
It
a
is.
car,
Every single time.
like, there's so many different ways you could go ahead and finance and do different, strategies and stuff like that to acquire the car. When it comes to a home, it's like, gotta have the down payment,
You gotta have
credit
all
gotta
that.
be in order, income gotta be in order.
Yeah.
Like, there's plays I've heard and I know about, like, you could get cars no money down, you could get cars using other people's credit, it's just so many different things that you could do to get the cars. So
That's good that you talked about that. I kind of want to talk about how you can kind of get the vehicles as well because a lot of people just think just go financing. That's what they think, or just like financing and stuff like that. But I always just say get a 0% interest credit card and just liquidate it. They give you like 12 to 18 months. You know what I mean? So
Yup.
now you have 0% interest and now you can just run it up, pay the car off.
Absolutely.
But I never, when it comes to economy cars, listen closely. I don't go over like $9,000.
that's a fact.
I don't go. I did the mistake already. I'll
Yeah.
never do it again for real. It just doesn't make any sense because I have a 2016 RAV4 that rents for the same amount as my 2014 Ford Fusion, and I bought the Ford Fusion for what, $6,000. It just don't make any sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just depends on what market you're in though, because some markets like let's say like Houston or Dallas, they don't really have a lot of people doing Uber and DoorDash like what I like to do. You know what I mean? So a lot of people like being something newer.
Yeah.
So talk about that play, the Uber and DoorDash play, because that's a play that I was doing myself too.
Was doing that play, right?
That's
So-
probably one of my favorite plays when it comes to the rental game. No cap.
It is because honestly, I don't like doing 3-day rentals or daily rentals.
Facts.
It's too much hassle. Like it requires my time too much.
Too much in and out.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not trying to say like I'm trying to make it passive because obviously like it's not passive. You know what I mean? It's active income, but at the end of the day, you want to delegate as much as possible. So the Uber and Lyft play, well, now I'm kind of like niching it down a little bit more to DoorDash, people who are doing DoorDash, because now DoorDash, they don't require your vehicle to be a certain year. They don't require your car to have a certain mileage. So it could be like a 2009, and you could still run it up on DoorDash. I got clients making $1,200 a week doing DoorDash, bro. Paying me $400 a week, and they don't care paying me that $400 a week because they're making so much money. You know what I mean?
$400 a week. So you guys that's watching, I gotta sit down and do the math. You get a car, let's say, like you said, under $9,000. Let's say you get a car $6,000. You get in $400 a week.
You pay off the car in 5 months.
Crazy.
And then everything is profit. Think about it like that. But when you get something financed, it's like, you know what I mean?
Got the car note plus the insurance.
And then you got to worry about depreciation. But I don't really care about no depreciation because my cars are bought out cash and they're already making me profit after like, 3 months?
They already depreciated. They're economy cars, 2015s.
Exactly.
That's a great play, bro.
Nah, it really is. So like you guys, just to give you guys the full play, just go on Facebook Marketplace, search it for vehicles. Kind of the cars I like are Honda Accord, Civic, CRVs. I kind of been trying to stay away from Toyotas a little bit. Every single Toyota I had in my fleet, bro, was giving me transmission problems.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
I thought Toyotas was like the best cars.
That's what I thought too. And so my mechanic told me, and I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. And then boom, 3 cars in a row, my 2 RAV4s and then a Corolla. Transmission problems.
Okay. So let's say someone's watching this, they want to work with you, right? What are the ways that people can work with you? Because I know I've sent you clients before and you had a program, the joint venture program. They might not know about it. You might have some people that are watching this that they might have an extra vehicle or they might not use their vehicle. How can someone partner up and work with you?
All right, so perfect. So the joint venture program is just like this. So like let's say you have a vehicle that's sitting at your house. Like they said before, you were going to campus right there, so you weren't really using your vehicle. And like, or let's say you have credit, you don't know what to like utilize it on or stuff like that, or you have some capital that you don't know what to buy or invest in. We have a joint venture program where one of you guys will give me a vehicle and we'll split the profits 60-40. Well, not the profits, the whole revenue, the whole gross revenue. So we just split it 60-40 and we just do it like that. I rent it out. I take care of everything. I take care of literally everything. But the actual client will have to take care of the car note if it has a car note, the insurance and maintenance. But everything else like GPS trackers, tolls and stuff like that, I take care of it.
Absolutely. That's a great
That's
a great opportunity to help everybody make money right there.
That's a fact. So what I actually started doing when I first started, I got my mom a couple cars. I helped her get a couple cars because I'm like, you know what? If I can help you make some bread, you can pay your mortgage with that. We're cooling. So now right now she has 4 cars joint venture with me, and she's making $1,000 per car gross. You know what I mean? So then she was able to buy a vehicle cash, the 3rd vehicle cash, and then another vehicle with the other 3 vehicles. You feel me? So it's like she's making the bread with it, and she's actually being able to scale herself. And she has like she wants to get to 5 cars to make at least $5,000 a month.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Now you have a lot of knowledge. Obviously, we have a lot of knowledge as well. We're all business owners.
Sure.
Now, if you were to start, let's say you were to start over, right? All the knowledge you have now.
Yeah.
We each have $1,000.
Each have 1,000.
What are you doing? What plays are you gonna make work?
All right. So good credit or bad credit?
Good credit.
Good credit. Boom. So I'm running straight with the 0% interest credit card.
Dope.
Off rip. So I'm gonna go either to Bank of America or Chase. They have 0% interest credit cards. I got like 3 of them with them. So 0% interest credit card. You can just go on your personal. You don't even have to make an LLC for real. You really don't have to. So you just go through your personal. And
I didn't know that.
For real? Yeah. It's game, bro. For real. Like I just get the 0% interest credit card. I liquidate it. I either do it through Stripe or through Plastique.
I know Plastique.
Plastique is fire. So I'll either do it through there, liquidate it, start looking for a vehicle. So once I go see a vehicle that I like, I'll go over there with like a mechanic or a mobile mechanic. The mobile mechanic, you guys can get it at yourmechanic.com. You guys will be able to have somebody come through and go with you to actually look at the vehicle. Once you see that it's a good buy, you obviously buy the vehicle, you insure it with a personal policy, you do all the things you got to do, register it. Now you want to get a GPS tracker. Once you get that tracker, and now you're good to go. The tracker has to have a kill switch, though. I don't want to leave that out. The tracker has to have a kill switch. That's
what kill switch tracker would you recommend? Like what company?
So I like Spirion Fleet Locate.
Spirion Fleet. Okay.
Fleet Locate, yeah, that's my favorite. Just because it works when when you're in Boston in the parking lots, sometimes they lose the signal.
Yeah.
That one doesn't. So that one doesn't lose signal like that at all. So that's why I've been rocking with them for a little bit now.
And does it like when you click like when you kill the car, like you stop the car, it stops right then and there? How does?
Nah. So basically, the kill switch, how it works is they have to be parked.
Okay.
So you have to stop the car. So like let's say the kill switch is mainly for this. So like I do weekly rentals. So they have to pay me for the first week, and then the next week they have to pay me. So if the next week on that day they do not pay me by the nighttime, because I always try to say like by 3 o'clock pay me. If they don't pay me by like 5 or later that night, if it's a new client, I'm shutting off the car right away. But if it's like a client that's been with me for like a couple months, giving me bread, I mean, I like to look out at the end of the day because I'm doing it for them.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to serve them with a purpose. So, so like let's say it's a client that's been with me for like 6 months, paying me on time. I'll say, you know what, bro? Like I see you're about to pay me late or whatever it is. I'll give you a free week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to kind of incentivize them to run it up again. Just give me the money the next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, the kill switch, that's gonna be the play right there because if they don't pay you, just shut off the car.
All right, so you spoke about the 0% interest credit card, and that's actually how I started my Airbnb business too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I already had the good credit. I had a couple authorized users, a couple trade lines on my credit report, or whatever the case was. I filed for my LLC, and then I went and I applied for Chase too. For you guys that are wondering, the name of the card is the Chase Business Inc. It's like a gray card. I went and I got that. It was 0% interest. They gave me like 7,000, 8,000.
You feel me?
And I had to pay off the card for, I think it was like an introduction rate the first 12 to 15 months.
That's
so
fire.
you can make an investment with the $7,000. You pay every month you pay like $25, bro. You don't really
feel
have to
me?
pay much, and you pretty much get a loan for 0% interest. So you're able to use that money, like you said, liquidate it, and invest into something. And for those of you guys that don't know what liquidating a card is, it's pretty much when you're able to take the money off the credit card and you can actually use it to purchase things. But Eddie, I asked him what he would do with his 1,000. Right? You have $1,000 right now. You have the knowledge that you still have. How are you gonna do it?
I honestly would find a I would find an industry that I understand already or like, and I would find either a company or a product or a service or a person that's already doing well, and I would pretty much sell their product. Easy starter, because $1,000 is not much if you do have good credit. The thing is, a lot of people, they'll get like the business credit card, 0% interest, but they don't really know what to do with it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I would find, and I would get a mentor first and foremost.
That's a fact.
I would get a mentor. That's probably the first thing I would do.
With 1,000?
Get a mentor, because you could buy a course or something, like even if it's something small.
Not even
bro.
just that, but you could put a down payment on a mentorship.
Yeah, you
and
could
pay
put
it
a down
monthly after with the
payment.
money
You
that
could.
you make,
There's a lot of
feel me?
stuff that you could do, but I would get a mentor. I would find somebody that's doing or in the industry that I want to go in, and I would pretty much sell whatever service or product that's out there that doesn't have to be necessarily mine. Something I don't have to create, because that's
So like
it's already
affiliate, kind of?
yeah affiliate, because it's already established. It's already on go. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It already probably has reviews, testimonials, so it's already easy to sell versus me taking a few months and building my own stuff. I can start selling something that's already built and then start building my own stuff.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
That's
And
what
like
I
you
would
said,
do.
invest in the mentorship. The good thing is a lot of entrepreneurs have Klarna nowadays. They have these afterpays, they have financing available, and we said 1,000 with good credit, so you could definitely make mentorship work. Me personally, man, I'm gonna say network marketing. You never did network marketing, have you?
Nah, what's that?
So network marketing is pretty much where you can pay to, how do I say this? Network marketing is like, so we was in something called I'm Mastery Academy. It was
Yeah.
called I Am, and they used to sell education. So you used to pay a fee to learn the education, but then if you referred someone to the services, you would receive an incentive, and
Oh, yeah?
you would receive like commission or compensation for it. So
Okay.
every week we'd get paid out. So as we started to invite more people and enroll more people into the education of the platform, we'd help them grow, but then we'd also make money as well on the back end. So it's like with network marketing, you don't need much money down. We started for what, 250?
250.
That's it?
You
That's
can start for
calm.
250, so you still have 750 in your pocket. You're learning a skill now to make money, because they're teaching you how to make money, and then they're also teaching you how to also enroll other people, so you can get that residual. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
fire, bro. So like you learning that skill, so that's basically you just solving a problem. You're learning a skill to solve a problem, and then obviously you're gonna get sales off that.
Network marketing has a lot of benefits, right? Because first of all, it's network marketing, so you're building your network. So you're meeting people. You're going to different. We were going to different events. People were speaking, meeting people from all over. I was meeting people in Texas, California, people overseas in London,
Damn, that's
stuff
great.
like that. And then also you get introduced. A lot of people don't understand personal development is a big thing too when it comes to like being an entrepreneur, being a business. So a lot of most network marketing companies, they have like either like a personal development department, or they promote personal developing a lot. And then you just learn a lot of business skills. Like me personally, before I started network marketing, I wasn't really into like going out and speaking to people. I didn't know how to conversate, have
Me
business
neither,
talks.
yeah.
I didn't really understand you know what I'm saying, how to actually run a business, marketing skills, how to speak on camera, how to be comfortable speaking on camera, all that stuff. So I literally learned all of that stuff from running a network marketing business.
That's fire, bro. So you basically started from zero, basically from that, and then from there you kind of got to where you are now.
Yep.
And you have easy access to people that are already making 6 to 7 figures.
That's the great thing about networking, bro. Because once you put yourself around those people, it's like you're bound to be just like them.
You see how they move, you see how they think, you see the habits that they have,
You just start
and it's like
getting
you know, like, if I want to be like that, I got to be similar. So you start to do the same things, you start to develop the same mindset. What they do, you do. And like Eddie said, it's the easiest way to build a base, bro. Because like most people will hit you the excuse where it's like, I'm not gonna do this because I don't want to post on social media, or I don't
know
have
nobody.
the following to do that.
Yeah, they always
Like,
say, yeah.
I'm not gonna post to nobody. I don't have people that follow me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And it's like when you're traveling around the world and you're at these events and you have no choice but to network with people and learn those skill
Meeting
sets.
people, bro.
You're getting like 10 followers a day. Boom, 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 boom. People that might look up to you. You already have the credibility, and then it's easy to sell products, after and things
Because
like
then
that.
they're gonna be basically your testimonies.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So to top it off, bro, to pretty much conclude everything, I wanted to ask you one last question. What are some things that you're working on right now that you haven't released?
So it's in the works. In a couple of days, it's gonna be out, but it's gonna be my school community, bro. Like I said earlier, my school community is basically gonna help entrepreneurs start making $5,000 to $10,000 a month in the private car rental space. You know what I mean? So I just want to teach you guys the game. Obviously, it's gonna have my course in there, my ebooks, a 24-hour inquiry removal sheet, and also an LLC formation sheet that's gonna be in there for free, just for $49.99 a month. So it's real cheap just to get in there. You know what I mean? So you're just gonna be learning a lot like that too.
You're gonna be adding you're gonna be doing ongoing stuff too, right? You're gonna add,
Yeah. So
okay.
so right now, I'm just the school community is basically my main thing that I do want to scale though. You know what I mean? So I got the mentorship as well. So the mentorship now I kind of switched it up a little bit where it's gonna be for 3 months, and for 3 months I'm gonna do one-on-one coaching with you, and then a call weekly with the group, whoever else got the mentorship as well. So that's gonna be super dope. The real reason the group mentorship is good, like those calls, is because let's say we're doing a one-on-one, there's limited questions that you're gonna be asking me. But then let's say he asks a question that sparks another idea into you. Now you kind of come up with another question. So it's always good to hear different people's
sure.
thoughts. You know what I mean?
Sure. No, yeah, man. Like I said, we're proud of you. We've been seeing you go crazy. We definitely want to get you as the first guest on the platform. We was able to do so, so I appreciate
you, bro,
for coming
having me,
out.
for real.
Facts.
And excited to see what else you do,
And
bro.
this gift right here, bro. I'm not gonna lie, yo, they went crazy on this. For real. This is the color I want too.
Yeah, you want a gray one?
Yeah, I want a gray one with the green calipers.
Yeah, I heard when you buy a lamb, they give you something like that.
They give you something like that. Shit,
like a real official one though.
It'll be my second one then.
Yeah.
It'll be my first one right here.
Yeah, I heard it here first, man. Get Busy Pod. We're out of here. Like I said, appreciate Junior for having them.
Just follow me on all social media platforms at Reyes the CEO.
Before we leave too, bro, I got one question I wanted to ask you, yo. Like, I know the car rental game, it gets brutal with repos, people not returning the cars, and accidents. 'Cause I've had a few myself. So I want you to, let us know and talk about like your craziest either repo or car accident experience.
Man, I'll tell you about a time where somebody didn't want to give me the car back. So it was the first time I did private rentals, bro. It was the first time I did private rentals. My brother got me this client actually. So it was me kind of transitioning from Turo to private. I wasn't that courageous to go private because I didn't know much. That was before my mentorship. My brother was like, "You don't want no money? I'm never sending you a client again." So I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Tell him to pull up. He paid me, I believe, $1,400 for 2 weeks. He paid me $1,400 for 2 weeks. He didn't have no insurance. So I'm like, damn, $1,400. Let's get it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I get back to my crib. I'm driving around, and I got a call from my mom's. They had about like 8 cops in my mom's house. Bro,
No way.
they seen him on camera. He pulled out of the car, right? They were smoking in the car, and I guess like an old head knocked on the window. And then when he knocked on the window, they didn't want to open the window. They kept knocking. And the guy driving the car, he was tall like me, but he had like a shiesty on. And they couldn't really like notice who it was, but obviously the registration is under my name, so they think it's me. Bro, he pistol whipped the old head on camera.
No.
He pistol whips the old head in camera, bro. So I'm like, damn. So they're in my crib. Good thing I had a rental agreement though. Like I wasn't that knowledgeable, but I was smart enough. I was smart enough to get a rental agreement. Like I just had something from Rocket Lawyer, something real vague. It didn't really have like a lot of like rules in it, but it was a good enough agreement. So I kind of showed them that. They're like, I bet. So I called the guy. I'm like, yo, bro, why is there 8 cops in my crib? Like, what's going on, bro? Like you did this and that. He's like, oh, come get back your car in blood. That's when I didn't have a tracker in it.
Nah, he
Come
was
get your
talking
car
high.
back.
Yeah, that was the second person
Blood?
that said that to me too. That was the second person. The other person said it with me, but I had a tracker in the car and I got a repo. But this time I didn't have no tracker. So I'm there. I'm just literally driving around Lawrence because he said, you know what? Find it. I left it in the parking lot. It turned off.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, just find it. It's in the parking lot in Lawrence. Bro, I drove from 12 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning with my brother with the second key, hitting the siren like that, just going near like the parking lots. Swear to God, bro. I found it in South by right there by, what's that called? Like where the train tracks is? Like when the train leaves to Boston? Right there, like a little bit more down where that pizza spot is. Like a parking lot in the back. And I was passing by there. I was like giving up, bro, honestly. I'm like, yo, I was giving up. I was calling him. He ain't pick up. He took the other key, the first key, so I had to change the key and everything, bro. It's crazy, bro. It was crazy, bro. I'm like, yo, never again. I always have a tracker in my car now. I don't not rent it out. So every time I buy a car, what I do is I just buy like 10 trackers at a time. So whenever I just get new vehicles, I have them there. So I don't have to wait for them to get delivered and then I get impatient and want to rent it out. I just make sure I always have it on stock.